CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
Hello and welcome back to what is going to be our second and potentially final map, depending on the performance of HellRaisers, of course, in this semi-final best of 3 series. That was a weird intro, I don't know where I was going with that comment. But hey ho, we are here alive and kicking Vega Squadron versus HellRaisers. How you guys all doing today? Let me know how everyone is, and I kind of want to ask this question again because this always intrigues me, right? Where in the world is everybody from? Because that's always a question that we like to hear, because we get an idea kind of geographically what's going on. I'm expecting there to be a lot of Russian users. I'm expecting that to be a thing. I think there's a Russian stream though, so I don't know if you would be here. I'm assuming you might be over at the Russian stream. But yeah, definitely curious. So we've got a Swiss guy. That's pretty awesome. Awesome. India, Sweden, liking it. Alright, let's give you guys some game sound as well. There you go. The knife round, of course, has took place. I'm pretty sure we had that on the screen. Oh, there we go. The chat suddenly starts flooding in with locations as you guys all catch up. Well, wherever in the world you are from, guys, hello and welcome. Map number 2, of course, is where we are in this best of 3. One spot at LAN up for grabs. The season 4 finale, of course, of StarSeries. It comes down to this for some of these teams. This is what they've been working for. This is what they play for. Let's see if they can make it there. Angel and Woxic both are going to combine. Explosive start up Banana, and Bondic, well, he's just living up to the hype as well. Finds himself one. Bondic with the nasty Deagle shot through the edge of the wall as well. Apps is exactly where Kashana didn't want to fool. But he didn't even get a chance to fall back because the Deagle is just nasty as anything. And ripping through that wall with Bondic, the man behind it. Legendary stuff as HellRaisers find themselves the pistol on their T side. If there was ever a moment to put two words together, lol and wrecked, that's probably a good moment to do it, I think. Already going for those early nades though. Angel doing a good chunk of damage on towards Kashanda, and Mac 10 as well. May well prove to be useful. They do push up on him. Flashes as well, of course, just going to barrage them down. Smoke to go over. This is where they push. Angel actually not making as much as I would hope there. Getting cut down on that second player because of the CZ just being ever so surprising. They are, meanwhile, doing a lot of damage with his USP as he does double dink Woxic. Getting us in a 3v3, and an interesting one at that, considering Kashanda has Kevlar. Still, the bomb is going to be planted. Like the peak comes in from Kashanda towards long, but nothing too crazy going to take place yet. Just waiting. Mur and Chopper to group up. Looked like they were both going to attack short together, but Chopper had other ideas. Dived in towards Apps. Of course, they can play around the smoke, see if they can maybe catch the head of Bondic or something by surprise, but it's almost like they're starting to have second thoughts. They're going, you know what, we've got Kevlar here. Hold on for a second. If we throw this away, our third round is going to have nothing to show for it. We are literally just going to be on, what, USPs? If we back away now, we're going to have Kevlar and even a helmet on Chopper. And a Mac 10 to play. There's some money to be made there. Just as I say that the Mac 10 does fool, but you know what? It's not all bad. Walk away with these two players. You've got Chopper and the helmet still. That's okay. It gives you something in this third round. There's probably a saying somewhere that is something is better than nothing. I feel like that's probably someone's probably said that. And it's pretty true, to be honest, as well. Let's see what HellRaisers, though, can do here in terms of keeping it clean. keeping it organized. That really is the idea for them in this third round. Just don't want to give away more than enough chances. We are nearly peeking into a barrage of bullets from 3 players, but thankfully he's just going to walk away from it intact for now. Flash comes out, though, and this is where things begin to change for him. As the push comes in, the rifle going to push him over the line. It's Bondic and Issa both find themselves a killer piece. Plant to come in. HellRaisers feeling very comfortable about their start to Inferno. It's Vega once again have to consider how they want to approach the end of this round now. Saving the Kevlar still has value. They can still use it to provide a bit of extra utility going forward into this 4th round, into this bite. For Hutchie, though, he's got nothing worth screaming about, so he could quite literally run at a wall and it would make a difference. This is the one we've been waiting for, though. The AWP on towards JR. He was nuts with it in that first map. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to push it over the line, but HellRaisers did have to play through overtime. They did clean sweep them, of course, once we hit 15-15, but it's besides the point. JR delivered a truly inspiring performance for his team with the AWP. If he can do that again here, we could still see a close and competitive Inferno. We're certainly hoping for that at least, but there's also the element to be asked of, will losing in a clean sweep fashion in OT take the wind out of Vega's sails? We're going to have to find out. So far it is going to be JR just playing back with the AWP towards Banana. Chopper going to be pushing up a little bit more aggressive. Well, they're opting just to boost him up on the wall and see if he can hold for Woxic, who is peeking off the corner. Good chance definitely there, but it's going to be a matter of timing. I think Woxic is just going to back on away, so JR unfortunately going to be left with nothing to toy with this time around. Coming up to the minute marker, of course. Still not a pick on either side. Nothing to be complaining about yet, though, for Vega. They're actually going to be fairly happy with this. They don't have any information, sure, but at the same time, the way they're spread across the map is pretty standard and pretty respected for when this push finally does come in. As you can see, the smoke's boiling down towards long. They're instantly going to throw a defensive one towards short, allowing him up on towards Graveyard, and to kind of play in this one-way sort of style. HellRaisers, though, not committing to anything. I think they still may head towards Banana. This might have been a fake all along. JR having to back away, flash after flash. Going to be holding the corner with the AWP. Fires off one as he does find Angel, but how much more can he do? And how does he want to peek this? I mean, a rifle could tap him down and be devastating here. It's just a matter of how he wants to play it. So far, so good. Does find one. Issa is going to delete him with the SMG. Bondic at it again to trade, leaving us at a 2v3. Mert may well wander through the smoke to deny the plant, but has a second thought, decides not to, and instead will opt to fight it out in churches, praying that he can find that kill on towards Issa or Bondic, depending on who faces him, as they nearly come at him together, clashing one by one, as Mer and Kashana jump on around, and both come out with a kill. Still, though, another chance, of course, for HellRaisers to put a dent back into Vega on their CT side. We did take a look at the money, and it's pretty as expected for now. No real outliers or anything too chaotic. One early molly is Chopper actually just going to accept his damage and run on through it. Shanda just going to get ripped into through the smoke, though. Dead Fox just making that work again. Angel close to finding, what, Hutchie, but isn't going to be able to push the kill over the line. JR already finding just another consistent pick. Make that a second as well for Dead Fox. Finally pushes through to shut him down. Has to tap away for another kill on Chopper. But it is going to be Hachi just to be the crucial anchor on towards the A site. Just finds himself standing proud in pit, secures both of the kills, and also that allows his teammate to pick up the AWP as well. It's a win-win for Vega as they open up for their second, pick up the weaponry they need, starting to fill up the bank. I mean, they are just not complaining. B-site becoming a bit of a barbecue at this point. Molly after molly burning down towards the tip of banana. Angel just going to be there to do a little bit more damage. Finally eking out a kill, but JR meanwhile, he's the one I want to be watching right now to see what he can do. Oh, his teammate blocks him. The trade does come through, so Hachi makes right on the situation, but that's not what you want to see, is it? Unfortunate timing in the way they try and fight their way through Ants. Woxic, and then picking off Hachi anyway means that the A site is ripe for the picking. Bomb plant to come in. Leaves Chopper and Mur on the retake. Still ticking on down. Angel just taking the duel straight up against Mur as he just holds the angle. Leaving it all on Chopper. Making a lot of noise. The Dead Fox kind of knows he's still there lingering, but at the same time, I don't think they care enough to want to chase him. It's just one rifle at the end of the day. Got Angel as well on his flank, so he might still lose his life. And that is going to be the case. There you go. It goes full circle. Unfortunate thing for Vega now is that their money is, once again, complete disaster. 1,400, 1,500, I mean, it's just not sitting pretty for them at all. They have to make the decision on really what they want to do here, which should really be to spend up on a few of these players at least. I mean, we see Kashanda, who's got the right plan. GR just going to suck it up, I believe. Once in the AWP, of course, it kind of makes sense. This is interesting. Just literally, just have, like, they're sending what, 3 players together on apps now just to walk up with pistols. Just one way to try and catch someone by surprise, get a weapon. One of these players with Kevlar. Could work out for them, but you've got Issa holding it. They overwhelm him though. Hachi actually get to finish him off with the CZ. I think that might have given away the CT composition though, and we're starting to see that show from HellRaisers. The reason they're just moving up towards B slowly but surely. Just creeping towards Chopper. Fairness to him, he's not peeking though. He's playing this one very defensively, which worked out well. Gets himself at least another kill at minimum. But unfortunately, it is just the one. And a 3v3, Vega still don't have a win condition really outside of Hachi and his AK, but he's completely out of the action as well. Over on towards A long, and I imagine we'll be looking to save that going for round 8. Murray's going to tap on away, but that'll be about it. Some of the things you guys say, Shark Splitter, I see you, buddy. I'm I don't even know how to respond to that. You do you, dude. You do you. Shouts to the people that think there is more than one person casting, by the way. I'll just try to do 2 different accents for you, and that way you can just, like, you can have that duo cast type that you want. I'd actually try that as a joke, but I feel like I just end up insulting somebody. So... I'm not actually going to go for that, but you get the point. It is just me, myself, and some Strepsils. Questions relating over the veto, of course. So, of course, we're here on Inferno, and then Train and Cash were banned away by HellRaisers and Vega, respectively, leaving us to Mirage, our third and final map. I will happily answer some questions, by the way. Just make sure that you're at StarLadder, like the actual channel, otherwise I probably won't see it, because you guys talk a lot, and you spam a lot about, like, robots and stuff. That is the current spam. I appreciate the Vega spam. Much like I appreciate the spray from tying it in. There we go. As the kill comes in through the smoke onto the head of Angel. Dead Fox almost going in back turn, but will be unable to claim that kill as the frag grenade gets so teeteringly close, but it won't quite cross the line. Instead, what we see is this 5v4 and a moment of patience by Vega as they don't re-aggress. Instead, they fall back. They alter their A setup. They fall back from Banana, and they leave HellRaisers wanting more, wanting that trade. That sense of urgency is actually going to affect this T-side a fair bit. You should shave your head. I'll become Budget Tom, like next level. I feel like a just shaved head would not suit me personally. I'm not sure. You let me know. It's a really easy opportunity there to sell out, but I'm not going to do it. And what instead, I'm going to talk about that AWP shot from Woxic. So close, but unfortunately unable to find it on short. Will be interesting actually Hutchie as well, but scrap that completely because HellRaisers, they've backed off. They decided the B site is going to be their target. So now what we want to be watching is Chopper and Mur like we are right now. Just seeing how they play in this crossfire. The important thing is Chopper doesn't want to swing too wide. He just wants to call the contact for Mur as well. Because the smoke does come through. Doesn't really do anything to alter this setup from Vega. Just drop the flashes into it. You're happy days pretty much. And there you go. Dead Fox comes flying on in. There's the first kill. Mur does good damage onto the second. Chopper going to be there to support so they can combine up. Find both of those frags. Chopper doing even more. Has all the information. Chopper with 3 as he just blades through left, right and centre. All of those heads. And it's just easy as anything. As we went for a helicopter reference and we cocked it up anyway. Not sure where I was going with that, but we tried. Still though, 3-5. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Move your mic a little closer. I can actually do that. I can just sit down a little bit. The volume on the mic might be a little bit lower because we're trusting in the OBS audio bars for tonight. So I don't know how that'll play out. I guess we'll see. I'm a little closer to the mic now though, so you have to let me know if that sounds any better. Of course, the first pick clawed nice and easily on towards Angel, just the AWP carving its way into the round as it is just pistols. Chopper with a good nade should be able to apply a bit more damage, or not actually, it just looks like it might have fallen short. Oh my god, you guys with the questions actually like hugely blew up with questions, didn't you? Where are you from? I am British. What do you think of the 100 Thieves news? It was a very expensive first year in CS, wasn't it? And also, the guys at Immortals right now are just going to be laughing like happy days. How many years do you play CS? Like 3 or 4 years. Oh, any talent in these rosters? I actually kind of like JR. Same thing kind of goes towards Dead Fox as well. Woxic has shown up a fair bit as well. Issa really stepped up. I believe it was Shanghai he performed in. On LAN. But if I remember rightly with this, it's always the online performances that are quite shaky, but his LAN performance has been pretty good recently. Going off memory anyway, so that might be wrong, just gotta preface that. Of course, this round here, 25 seconds left, it's really running down to the wire. HellRaisers were trying to get close, but they just weren't able to commit to anything with these pistols. It's getting a little bit tough. Intel, Issa, and Woxic combine for 2 quick headshots. Now, with 15 seconds left, they can get a plant. Not only that, they can scavenge the back of the site for weapons. X marks the spot, and X is exactly where Issa's standing, an AK in his palms, ready to see if he can take down the likes of JR or Kashanda. Creeping on up. Things starting to get a little bit rough for him now. Playing towards the back of the site. Kashanda just takes the contact, spins it around, finds a second as well. Combining, of course, for the double and likely even a triple. As all you need to do is get yourself on the bomb, have Hutchie just hold the angle, and Woxic can't do anything at all. Right, yeah, that is true. I'm not from British. I'm from Great Britain, but I am British. That was my answer to that question. You're correct, one scoped. I just can't English. There's always a good thing about the 100 Thieves one, right? If someone asks a Trump question, I'm pretty sure there's a great Trump quote about worst deals ever made. Kind of makes sense as well, depending on what side you're looking at it from. But that was a pretty rough deal. That's also a nasty headshot. Dead Fox just deleting JR. Hutchie at least getting the nice trade, so it does pit us back 4 for 4. Hutchie just doing a little bit more from Boiler as he does find the head of Issa. Bondic catching them by surprise. He slides out of apps, but the problem is the bomb dropped in the smoke. It's dropped on the other side though. Bondic, you couldn't be any luckier. You absolute star. How do you make that work? I don't know, but fair play to you. You've got yourself a plant. Now what are you going to do with it? The flashes are popping behind you. War begins to set in. The troops marching around through short. The molly setting a flame to everything you've built. You've got one thing you can do to try and stop them, and that is just to try and wrap around. Will it work out, though, is the question. You've planted it for yourself. You're staying extra quiet. If this works, it's masterful, but it's such a big gamble as he takes the peek. Spots no one. Chopper walks into him, and the headshot connects. Bondic, a nice try. Just not quite enough. I need you to read off the words from Gucci Gang. I don't know if that works. I don't know if I... Yeah, you can go to England for university. Yeah. Who do you think will win Mirage? Vega. There we go. Who won Knife? That is a good question. I do not recall. Where's that nade going? Okay. Who won the first map? 1915 in favour of HellRaisers after an 8-7 half back-to-back. Then, of course, it was a clean sweep. Looks like it is going to be just a few simple smokes and flashes over onto Jose as they try and make the push. Bondic will eat Hutchie alive while then jumping around the corner. Kashanda, meanwhile, trying to see if they can find the pick on Angel. He whips out his sidearm to finish him off. Problem is, they've lost the sight. And they are actually going to have to now make a conscious effort to try and retake this. Bomb ticking, smoke sitting almost centerfold. Molly going to be there to wreak a bit of havoc, but eventually it will fade. Woxic using the molly though to his advantage. He's unable to punish Chopper as he has to swing to that right-hand side. Finally, JR can move to the left, but at this point, the dance is kind of irrelevant. Woxic has done enough. Might have time? This is an anticlimactic way to do it, but I wasn't sure if he had time, but just gets it through. Fair play to Woxic, though. Trying right to the bitter end. That molly bought him, what, 10 seconds? They throw the nades away at the start of the round. Like, the ones that go over into the middle of nowhere and, like, are useless. They're because they just want to throw away a nade to free up the spot so they can buy, like, an extra flash, a smoke or something, or usually what they want to buy is a molly. It's basically like you just throw away a bit of useless utility at the start of a round if you want to fill the slot with something else. Falky, man, appreciate it. Because HellRaisers once again going for this kind of same play out towards mid. Got Dead Fox playing on the corner. Not going to lead to anything too crazy just yet. Mer, meanwhile, actually just going to flash himself through the CT smoke, spotting for something, but finding nothing. As there is a second smoke in place that just completely hides his view. Once again, under the smoke blooms. This time it's over on towards Akashanda. Face first around the back of it. The flash is good, but unfortunately still unable to pull a kill through. Angel and Woxic both making that work to find themselves two. Dead Fox upping it to a third as well. JR did step in, but only for a moment's notice, as one kill is not really going to have an impact into the round, as it will end the same. Vega saving over on towards B. Will you be doing any commentary during the actual tournament or just the qualifiers? I can maybe believe that I might be at LAN. I've done the LAN before. Did season 2 in Kiev. How did you get into casting? I basically played a lot of CS:GO, and then that led to someone texting me out of the blue saying, "Hey, can you like basically talk a bunch of random stuff on a stream?" And then like that, me talking randomness turned into actually be doing that as a thing, and that turned into me actually trying to cast. It was a bit of a weird thing how it worked. I never really started casting because I wanted to cast. It just kind of happened. Like I started just doing it for a bit of fun, and then I was like, oh, this is actually really enjoyable. I actually really like this, and then just started falling in love with the whole idea of like casting and streaming. And that's when I started streaming and stuff. There you go. There's your answer for that one. So a happy birthday, buddy. Happy 11th birthday. I feel like it's probably not your birthday, but it is. It is. If it is, I hope you have a wonderful day. Angel is going to wish you a happy birthday too. That's why he's trying to rip through the smoke. He's got himself right behind it, finds himself the initial frag, but has to be cautious as there's a second player lurking in the shadows. Hutchie, they're ready to cause absolute havoc. There's one. Can he go for the second? No, he doesn't look to the right. No. Woxic able to punish him with the orb. It could have been huge, but it was anything but. If he just spotted that second player, it could have been masterful, but instead, he got greedy, looked down towards Banana, and he got punished right for it. Kashanda, now the last player remaining for Vega, spotting Issa and his rifle, but still going to lose his head either way. HellRaisers up to 7 as they take the lead in this game. How many hours do you have in CS? Like 5k? Across 2 accounts, like 4k in this one, I think. Favorite skin, the Vulcan. Casted a few Tetris swords and my throat was raw off the day of that, don't know how you do it. I have a pack of Strepsils right next to me, and usually I'm like a lot of vocal zone. My throat right now, I have a flu as well, so like I'm quite like flu, I don't know how, like just fluey, I guess, like nasally, so yeah, generally I don't know how I do it either. These pistols getting ever so aggressive, and the CZ is just constantly surprising us once again as they rattle down the shots down Banana. And actually so rewarding, puts us in an early 2v2. Woxic should just be able to hold the door though as he finds not only one, but goes for a second. The smoke can obfuscate Chopper though, allows him to withdraw. But Woxic, just go grab the bomb, run up towards A, buddy. That's all you have to do. Leave your teammate there, Issa, just to hold on tightly with the AK. Or they can come over and play with you. Either works. At that point, you can just do whatever you want. You've got the advantage, you've got the bomb, and you've got 1 minute 10 to work with. Chopper. Moving up in towards apps. Eking in, Issa. Gonna give up the kill. That's the one downside, right? So not playing together. Now you make it a 1v1. Woxic just gonna hold the angle though. Doesn't take the shot. That's smart. Sits back, waits, spots out the head. Playing the time, Woxic. You sneaky bugger. Goes for the no-scope, finds all 4 kills. And makes the round lock and key for HellRaisers. What a round from him, or what a way to approach it. Didn't even want to go for the shot, and then even when he could have went for the shot, screw that, he's just going to go for the no-scope. Woxic fashion, and it works so well. Just him doing what he does best. I think the Gambit reshuffle is going to be interesting. I kind of want to see how it plays out first, before I kind of make too much onto it. Woxic, please. Give him a break. These guys are just trying to play some Counter-Strike and you're just annihilating them with the AWP. At it again on the mid-cross. Dead Fox and Angel now going to be getting aggressive up Banana as well as the flash on Chopper. May need to come in sooner rather than later, but instead he's caught with a molly in his hand. Angel taking advantage of that, picks him off. Mur then finds himself smoked off towards CT, has to back into Church. Gonna try and pray that Vega are going to find this round, but it's looking unlikely. That Church looking more useful minute by minute. Actually, at least finding something with the shotgun, but not long before Issa will be able to secure the trade. From there, it does just come down to one player and one player alone. Dancing in the smoke as Woxic is there to finish him off. HellRaisers 9-6. They have the lead on their T side going into the second half of map number 2. Looks like they decided that they're going to take the toilet real quick, HellRaisers. I respect that. Alright, let's see what questions you guys had, because I know I missed a few, so let's have a look. Dude, you bet as a brutal at each other, man. Like, you gotta give each other a break. Please sing a song, Caster. Oh my god, that could be the end of my career in the nutshell right there. Singing on stream. A one-way trip to the front page of Reddit, and that's it really. Just it's downhill from there, isn't it? That's some motivation. I respect that, Nikki. I respect that. What is your casting dream? Actually, at the moment, like, the big thing I want to do, if I could do anything, I'd cast I Am Sydney. I think that'd be an amazing event. Personally, I love Australia as well. I love the whole, like, CSGO scene out there. I think the community, and the casting community out in Australia is, like, awesome. It's, like, probably my favorite casting community that I've, like, been able to work with and stuff. So the dream would definitely be to work ESL, like an ESL Australia event, like I Am Sydney. That, or, you know, work a major, obviously, in general, but what a significant dream. I've got a long way to go as well. My casting is has its ups and downs, as I'm sure you've all heard. Nah, just working hard at it. You know, it's not a dream, it's a goal. That's the way I look at it. You just got to keep working hard, and hopefully one day you'll get there. Bit of a motivational bombshell for everyone right there. I feel like if you treat something as a dream, you're basically saying to yourself you're like not able to achieve it. Like, it's a dream. Whereas if it's a goal, you're like, I can achieve this if I work hard enough and like put the right effort in, that sort of thing. As Woxic just going to completely surprise us. Angel doing the same thing as well. I'll tell you, HellRaisers' goal right now is to crush Vega Squadron in this match. What a pistol round from them. Just a moment of silence just quickly before a quick triple kill. That quad kill comes in, then it's just Mur left all alone. And I mean, we can just talk about whatever at this point, because for Mur, this should be impossible. Happen on down. Actually doing a fair bit here. Now I'm concerned. Surely not. Surely this should not be achievable for him. Swicking around to the right, knows the position of both Bondic and Dead Fox. So at this point, he could do it. Pulling range with the USB is a smart play, and Bondic is going to finally get the kill, but that was scary for a moment there. Why do you have no steady view model? I actually don't know what the settings are on the view model on this one. It's a config for observing, so who knows? I can't remember the exact commands. Do you stream private too, and if yes, yeah, I stream on like random stuff all the time. It's either like flakes_TV or ESL_flakes, depending on what I'm streaming, like MDL and stuff. Dead Fox gonna running down banana, finds every single player, finally peppering down for both. We're looking for the rest of them as well. Bondic should be able to finish them off here. If he doesn't, his teammate behind him almost certainly will. Is right there. Go on, Bondic. Give him a quick stab. But how are you still standing? There we go. Finally, HellRaisers make it work. What point do you think ping would start giving players a disadvantage in an online game like this? CSGO is a little bit different because it has like some funky ping stuff. So it's not too bad, providing it under like 80 ping. I think 70 ping is like borderline as well. I think 80 ping is kind of so-so. But it's so situational depending on like the routing you've got and everything. CSGO is quite particular about these things. If you come England, you can find Kit Harington, much like Angel can find kills. That's the success rate for you there on finding Kit Harington. So pretty well apparently, as he finds himself 3. Dead Fox just jumps into the lap of JR, and it will put HellRaisers up to 12. Liquid or complexity? That is a good question, actually. Is that the North American qualifier? I believe it is, right? That's what Mega Man's going to be doing, I think. I don't know, man. I feel like Liquid probably like are obviously the clear favorites, but like FNS and Def, man, like when those two are on point, like you never know. I haven't really watched Ye play much. I know like Andrew and Peter and stuff are like pretty sick in rank S and stuff. Woxic, a nasty shot on towards JR. Once again, delivering brutality in this Azimov. He still find his own name for it, you know. Kenny S has the magic stick. Woxic got. There you go, Twitch chat. That's a job for you right there. Name is all. It's funny because we're treating this like a really casual game, but in reality there's so much on the line, and I really want to reiterate that. Because as much as it's all well and good to have a little chit-chat and talk about things as the match goes on, it's worth highlighting that for HellRaisers, every kill is one step closer to that Season 4 LAN finale, and HellRaisers on LAN are a completely different beast. So far so good at least. They're 12-6 up, they've got 2 kills here. Issa should pretty much be burnt to the flames here, which is all well and good, but you know, they've got Woxic there to support them with the AWP, and he's still causing problems. Another kill found by him to cut down the advantage that Vega were able to claw back. The bomb is on the site. But if they try across the pit, it's risky. Just getting across, but if you peek, Woxic will have you. It'll be a matter of timing. Woxic actually going to be taken down there, so a little surprising, but Chopper was able to catch him. Dead Fox taken down site, but then spinning back around with his UMP to finish things off. It was a bit of a chaotic round. That's also an incredibly ballsy move to go back for that AWP. But, okay. If they could lose, they have a second chance on the land. The answer to that is no. I don't believe there's another qualifier. Because right now the LAN is Astralis, Cloud9, FaZe, Fnatic, G2, Gambit, Mouse, Na'Vi, SK, and then VP, and then of course Heroic qualified earlier on. Then we'll have one team from here. You've got Tyler and MVP, PK from Asia, and you have the 2 North American teams. So no, there would be no more space. So this is their final chance. So for Vega, also means just as much. But already, unfortunately, man down, Hutchie. It's getting abused by Angel. Much the same as Dead Fox picks off Chopper. They are then doing a little bit more work towards Banana to just push them back as well, and you're going to see that by the frag grenades then raining on over just to try and do a bit more damage. It actually scalps itself on the roof, but still the point still stands. Like, they're just being pushed back at this point. Vega kind of being forced around. JR will then walk out towards the site. HellRaisers still looking to see how they can approach Vega here. They are on the site, but we talked about the idea of them pushing each other around. Let's see how this actually plays out. JR tucked into the corner, but Angel checking for it. He's low, so that's a simple kill for Angel. Woxic looking to do even more with the EWP. Just going to peek into him, and it's just a matter of timing for Woxic. Leaving just Kashanda. Woxic will be able to deal with him quick as anything. Lightning fast, in fact. The only apt way to describe him. These HellRaisers find their 14th round. 2 away from qualifying to the LAN finals. There's no loser bracket. Like, this is like loser eliminated, like single elim. Like, basically, like, HellRaisers can go to LAN here, or Vega Squadron can go to LAN. There's no ifs or buts. Like, that is how it works. So this is the end of the line for one of these teams. And it's looking like it's going to be Vega. I hate to say it. I don't want to cut off the anticipation here, but it's looking like that is going to be what happens. HellRaisers 2 away, like we mentioned. Every round so far has been decisive in the second half. You can see it for yourself. 5 rounds back-to-back in a row. Chopper at least going to make a significant change by getting the early pick on Bondic, but are we going to see them hold that? That's another question in itself, or are they going to lose it? Trying to see if they can push up towards B. You have got the rotation coming over from our god-based Woxic. JR just searching for an opportunity with this AWP as he waits patiently for a peek, but given absolutely nothing, they decide to fall back. Starting to move themselves up on towards this A site. Angel throw just that early flash while watching towards long, but Chopper able to find that kill as well is pretty incremental towards this A site now, because they can just wrap on towards the site, collapse on Issa and Pit, and it means that really they can only find 1 or 2 kills, and they only found 1 in this case. Just the trade potential from HellRaisers goes completely askew once they have that long wrap from Chopper. At this point, Vega pretty much know this round is going their way. HellRaisers know that just the same, so they're going to be saving the AWP and the rifle to go forward into round 22. Yeah, definitely meant instrumental there, but went with incremental instead. Can't call me out like this, hardcore man. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What do I think has the brightest future at HellRaisers? I think it'd be crazy not to say someone like Woxic right now, or Issa. I kind of, I don't know, like, I think Angel, Dead Fox, they've all had their moments, right? But I think if I was to talk like particular players, Issa or Woxic would be the two that scream to me. Like, as I said, like Issa and Lan, I believe. If he's the player that, if he's the same player that I'm remembering from Shanghai, then, yeah, definitely interesting. Nonetheless, Banana Pressure is the same point of discussion. Actually down to 7 HP from that frag grenade. Literally just hanging on the edge of his life. Like the rotations have come in from Vega though, backing up on towards this A site instead. Very patient play coming in from Vega. Just grouping up together, looking to move on towards the site as one cohesive unit. The problem is that we've seen the multi-kill potential from HellRaisers when they do these sort of plays. Issa could be good for 2 here, for example, as they come pushing on out. Spots out the first. Finds the second. Going for the third. There's the multi-kill potential we're talking about. 3 kills for Issa. 1 found by his teammate as well, totaling up to 4, leaving just Chopper on towards short. Issa will swing nice and wide for him, and that kill acts as the cherry on top for the quadra kill that Issa has found. HellRaisers' qualification point is Vega stand with very little in front of them to try and defend that. I talked about just how little they had. I mean, you can see it in its final form now. 2 AKs, a P250, a Deagle, and a CZ. It's not pretty, is it? It really isn't. Woxic already starting off strong, finds himself 1, make that to 2. Woxic, please. There's 3 for him, shutting them down in mid before looking for more. Woxic going to go for the ace play to qualify for them as he finds 4, going for the 5th. It is going to be shut down by Mer, but still 4 kills to try and secure this one. Because now it's a 1v3 that Vega need to deny HellRaisers from qualifying, and that's just 1 round. That's 1 round in this game of so many that Vega actually needed to take this one to OT. The route seems to be just head out of apps, peek in towards Issa, who will shut him down. HellRaisers, your final European team, going to the StarSeries LAN Finals, joining the likes of FaZe, Fnatic, Cloud9, Astralis, G2, Gambit, Mouse, Na'Vi, Heroic recently, from just earlier on today, VP, SK, Tyloo, MVP, and along with, of course, our North American counterparts, the likes of Liquid or Complexity who are playing later on today. It should be really quite something. I think Luminosity and Splice are the other semi-final. But even then, it's looking like it's going to be quite the event. And overall, it's a shame that Vega won't be there, but HellRaisers, a quick 2-0 for them. It did go to OT in that first map, but the clean sweep was solid. And in this one, it felt like they were in control a significant chunk of the time, especially looking at this second half. Nonetheless, my name has been Flakes. It's been an absolute pleasure to cast for you guys today. Feel free to drop a little exclamation mark cast in the chat and yell at me some feedback on Twitter or something if you think I'm terrible. I want to hear it, and we're trying to improve. We're living the dream out here, training with the best of what we got. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. and hopefully I get to see you a little bit later. Of course, for the North American side, it will be Mega Man, I believe, bringing you guys all of those games. Then I'll be back with you tomorrow for one more best of 3. I'll see you guys then.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.